Hi, I'm Ellie Martin.
And I'm Courtney Brown.
And we are Local Living Team. And today we have a guest bartender, Lamar Lusk, who is, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, I'd say a pretty famous bartender at Charlie Palmer. And we are very lucky to have him today. He usually would be working, but he injured his arm. So in his time off,
could be worse.
Yeah, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. But so we're lucky enough to get him to make a drink for us today.
Yes.
Lamar, what are you making for us?
Today, I am going to make you ladies a very classic mint julep. But what we bartenders do in my world is we always throw a little twist in there. So I'm going to give it a little fun twist with a little bit of lemon soda there, and that will kind of balance this cocktail out really well.
I'm gonna put your
own. You guys will love it.
Make it your own.
Yeah,
all right.
that's
I
what
like
we
it.
do. That's what we do. We take classic recipes, analyze them, and throw a modern twist on them. So it's gonna be my version today.
I'm excited for this one. So tell us about the whiskey you're working with.
Well, thank you, ladies, for inviting me. It is Black History Month, so we're gonna do a slight lesson here. Yeah. So, bring about it. Uncle Nearest, if you don't know, is a distillery owned by two women that were, I believe, great grand nieces of a slave at the time who was also a moonshiner, bootlegger, all this stuff. Distiller, exactly. Yep. Doctor.
Give him some credit.
Doctor.
So it's during the Prohibition, which made a moonshine.
Yes, pre-Prohibition. Yeah. So Nathan Green was his name. He was with the Daniels family and for Jack Daniels whiskey. So he was the founder and creator of the whiskey we now known as Jack Daniels.
But just got none of the credit.
Yes.
All the work.
Fawn Weaver, Victoria Butler. I've met those ladies in person. They've come to DC. They're really nice people, very down to earth, and that's what really set home to me when you meet these people and you have these expectations like, are they going to be dismissive and all that? They're very embracing, very loving, caring women. They love what they do. They love the environment, and it's good to give back. So I love their story. It's very inspirational, and I think we can all learn a lot and progress.
So we're going to cheers to them today.
Cheers
to
Uncle Nearest and the owners, for sure.
I'm a big whiskey fan, so that might be my new favorite.
Yeah, so I also like to pay homage this month to Tom Bullock. Tom Bullock was an African-American bartender who wrote the first mixology book. This was printed in 1917, I believe, and by this time, Tom Bullock would have been 45 years old, old as me.
Wow.
At this point, I can relate. Cool. And it's very kind of like old school, like you see like a typewriter. I'm lucky and fortunate enough to live in a age, and you guys are too. We remember typewriters.
We do.
I'm older than you guys, so yes, I remember typewriters. Exactly.
We actually use a typewriter for our staging a lot, which I think is fun.
It's fun.
It's almost becoming like a thing of the past now. So if you find one, it's crazy, right?
Right.
Yeah. The Ideal Bartender book. So historically, he worked at St. Louis Country Club, and Teddy Roosevelt had visited this bar where Tom Bullock worked, and it was crazy because at the time he was going through a
he didn't drink.
What do you call it?
He was sober. He was
dry period.
He was going through a trial where people were like, calling him a drunk, and they didn't like his antics and all these different things. And of course, he, like some other people that we know, denied it. Never had a drink of whiskey in his life. Never happened. But he was known for going into this country club where Tom Bullock worked at the time, St. Louis Country Club, and apparently only had one part, which to me is like probably like what would it say, like 2-3 sips or half of the cocktail of a mint julep.
Nice.
And it was known in the city that Tom Bullock was such a great bartender that it was impossible for anybody to have one part or even half of a cocktail. Like you'd be going one way and the cocktail pulling you the other way. Like I want to leave, but the cocktail's making me turn the whole glass up. So to imagine that happening, you know what I mean?
You can relate
pretty
to that.
cool.
I'm going to use that.
Finish your drink.
The cocktail made me
Well,
do it.
as a bartender on Capitol Hill, I've never seen a drunk politician in my life. Never
That's
happened.
right.
No.
You've never seen one.
Never
Never.
seen
They
a
just
drunk
drink one
politician.
part.
Yeah, they just drink one part.
If that.
That's the story. Sticking to it.
The water supply is taken off in DC on Capitol Hill. All right, so with that, we're going to get into making the drink for you ladies. Let's
Great.
do that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So Lamar has not only supplied the booze for us tonight, but he's brought all his own bartending
Yeah,
tools.
I
accoutrement.
got some
So
stuff.
there's some nicer stuff than you're used to seeing.
Speaking
on
of
the show.
julep, this is known as a julep strainer.
Nice.
I believe this one's got the crown. It's a Cocktail Kingdom there. Sponsor there. As I can do that. This little thing is from Whiskey, but we'll use that guy later.
Nice.
And so the first thing first we're going to do is take a few mint leaves in each glass here. Get some thicker ones. We can kind of rip them in half. The whole time over here I was going to tell you ladies how good mint is for just health reasons and benefits and all that stuff. Like,
Oh yeah, it's good for your
you know,
digestion.
like, digestion for sure.
We always just drink for our health.
Right. We're always like, the squeeze of lemon is for your health.
You know,
It's vitamin C, people.
When you're
Right.
sick, a hottie toddy.
That's right.
And you're well, it's the lemon to keep you well.
That's
for your
right.
immune system.
all the good stuff here. So.
Ellie was sick one week and I did a hot toddy by myself.
Ooh.
And we were saying it's for the health reasons. So Ellie could get better.
It did, it worked. Got me.
I found out that julep was a name for what you would do to make drinking easier. So it's like to make something smooth. So in other words, it would take away the alcohol bite here. So
So it's like a spoonful of sugar helping
Yes.
the medicine go down.
exactly,
All right.
that's what it is. Is this ready to go here? Let's see. Nope.
I'll get that for you.
I'm trying to do that for me.
We like to be useful.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, I will
What the nails are for.
go ahead and.
And that's a muddler. Is that a muddler? Is that what that's
This
called?
is a muddler, yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
so you take the
cool.
pressure down and just gently press down on the leaves.
Nice.
So we're muddling our mint leaves
Yeah.
before we put in our simple syrup.
Yep.
That's how that goes?
And
Okay.
probably about, make it like 2 sweets, so about half an ounce or so.
Okay. So you just give it a
And
couple
that works.
squirts.
A couple squirts. Then we'll take our delicious whiskey here.
Very excited about this.
Yeah. And I'm thinking a good 2 ounces. I think you guys
2
are okay with 2 ounces.
Yeah.
All right. We
Yeah.
trust
Get
you.
it 2, yeah.
I was gonna say not for nothing, but we're not newbies at this.
It's been a long week.
It has.
So we're ready for
We
We're ready.
deserve it. All right. So now that that's in there, we'll take our bar spoon and just give it a little bit of a stir.
So does this whiskey have different kinds?
It does, yeah. So this is kind of like the 84, and they're the years based on when the recipe was created for this whiskey. I think there's a 56, which is the first one that they launched. This one was later. They also have their own master distiller blends that Victoria does. Those are a little bit known as a much more premium. Then they
Small
just
batch?
released a rye. Yep, exactly, small batch. And they just released a rye as well. So all of them really tasty. This one I find has a little bit lower. As the first one's 56 to 100 proof. This is a little bit lower at around 90, I believe.
Okay.
93, slightly less there. And here's where the julep part comes in. The sugar, the mint. Makes it
Nice.
easier for us to drink this stuff.
That's right.
So, believe it or not, that is the majority of the cocktail right there. Now I'm gonna take
You got your
some,
solid
I'll do some
ice.
big ice. Yep, and that way we can fill up our glasses. And top it off with some of the, this the crushed ice that Ellie did for us.
With a hammer. That was fun.
My,
Ellie knows how
our
to crush
refrigerator
the
won't
ice.
crush the ice for you, so I
Very
had to get
cool.
the old hammer out.
Yeah, old school.
Yeah.
Pre-prohibition.
when they just had a block of ice.
Right.
And ice
That's right.
I think they had something, believe it or not, it was like a ice bag that they had, and then a mallet came with this ice bag. And you would
And that's how you crush the ice.
that's how they would crush their ice.
They were a little stronger back then, having
Right. You had to work harder for
to
these
work
things.
harder for
Yeah.
cold drink.
You don't just invite your friend over and have them make you a professional cocktail.
That's where whiskey neat came from. No time for ice.
Yeah, so just neat.
All right.
Where do these terms come from, Lamar? Do you know? When
I have
on
no
the
idea.
rocks, on the ice. I just recently
I was going to say maybe Teddy Roosevelt, but you know.
Teddy Roosevelt. Maybe up on
I'm
the rocks.
impressed. I always try to do a little history about the drink itself.
Yeah,
And
it's always good.
Look up a little bit about it. It's fun to know, like, the history of it. And I'm glad you picked this one up. This was one of the ones I thought would be a good one, too.
Awesome.
So how did the Mint Julep get connected to the Kentucky Derby?
I think so. Just want to be clear. Tom Bullock didn't create the drink. I do believe that the creation of the drink came from Kentucky. He was also born in Kentucky, and in on his travels, St. Louis, he was a bartender on, I believe, a couple of train cars there that had bars and trains at the time. I'm sure they still do, but it was a major, rule of transportation if you were traveling across country back then. So fast forward how we got to St. Louis, and then it was known as, national cocktail at that point, I believe.
That's
Kinda
cool.
like
Just
an
made it
Word
underground
was
deal.
spread fast.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. So, as I can relate to Mr. Bullock, I believe he was just very detail oriented in what he was doing. So, and that's what made people like what he did and kept coming back.
That's
Nice.
awesome. So what's our next step here?
So we what we did was fill this up with a little bit of regular ice, and then we'll top it off with crushed ice. The idea is for that to dilute a little bit with the ice, so you're going to get some water in there to help out with the dilution, and then we're going to add some crushed ice on top, and then from there we'll top it off with some sparkling lemon soda and garnish with a mint leaf, and then we can enjoy.
get to drink.
And we're drinking fancy
So,
out
yeah.
of these pewter cups.
Yeah. And the
Are
julep
they
cups.
silver or are they pewter?
I think these are pewter. Yeah,
Pewter,
absolutely. Yeah.
But I love the way it sweats.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was the
Very
thing
cool.
about it. So when we drink these, one of the purposes of the way it was designed is that you either grab it from the rim or near the base there, and it would keep your cocktail cold without you kind of warming it up.
Pouring up in your hand.
Kind of like the
Think
white
of,
wine
like,
thing.
Wine thing, yeah, right? It's like you keep your wine at the right temperature by
Stem.
holding the stem.
Yeah.
And another crazy thing is that this strainer is known as a julep strainer, which I'm
Oh, nice.
kind of using to add the.
But you don't
crushed
strain
ice in
your
there.
juleps.
No.
No,
If
you get a piece of mint, it's lucky.
as we're doing this, this also probably a representative of what this strainer is really for.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's cool.
Yeah. Because it's hard for me to use these when I strain cocktails. I usually use a Hawthorne strainer.
Move this to the side a little
yeah,
bit. Just,
absolutely.
I totally want to
Yeah.
keep this center, but I want everybody to see what you're doing too.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll go ahead and open this bad boy and spread it around. One of my little tricks of the trade is you can pour this down like a spoon
Ooh, that's
and
cool.
down you like that.
You fancy.
Fancy. Yep.
So we always like people to come and make drinks for us. I feel like they taste a little better.
It's like
Oh, this is gonna be
not
great.
cooking your own meal.
Yeah. It'll be so great. Oh, this
It's
comes in a
almost like a
bottle.
rain
The
check.
bottles would be like better for this, but I got a can, so.
Oh, it's good. It's easier to recycle too.
That's true.
There you go.
I feel like it's like a
Alright.
rain
Okay.
chain going down there.
Yeah.
So,
Very cool.
boom here, boom
you
here.
get
Let me
a
garnish this.
roll.
Got some little fancy little straws for you.
Nice.
Let me throw in like a
Cocktail
little.
napkins.
Hey,
mean,
hey.
I feel like you got to drink this one with your pinky out.
Exactly. I gotta step up my game
This
over
doesn't
here.
hurt. Let's see if I could shake this out a little bit.
And you're much better with the garnishes than we are.
Yeah, let's do this a little.
Oh, pretty.
Make it pretty.
Yeah, make it a little. You're supposed to like
Twist.
beat a little bit, or if you want to rub it against your face and smack your cheek a little bit.
That's the official bartender rule is to rub it.
That
and smack
that
it.
annoying client.
Yeah.
Right.
I was trying to get you ladies to
That's-
rub it on your face, and I was,
That's why I'm always really nice to my bartenders.
Right.
Look at the
Right.
little
and while
rub
you guys were
smack.
rubbing it on your face,
Face,
I
a little giggle at
was
it.
gonna take a little sugar powder,
Put
and
it
Look, come on with it.
I do like the way that it smells though, rubbing it on your hands.
Yeah.
My mom used to always do that in gardens.
Garden,
Yes.
yeah. So a little garnish here.
Little powder
Little
sugar.
powder sugar.
Yeah,
Just for
and
good
a little,
measure.
little muscle flex there since I'm doing it, you know.
Nice. I love it.
And that goes with the thing. So,
Okay.
Awesome.
I am
and now you have it.
Another Thirsty Thursday.
All
Thanks,
right.
Lamar.
Cheers,
Fantastic,
ladies.
Lamar. Thank
Cheers.
you.
All right.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let's taste it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my
Can
gosh,
you
that's
imagine
good.
a warm summer day with this?
Oh yeah.
Man, and we're
Can
getting
you
there. The
bring us-
season's changing, so
Can you bring us a warm summer day now?
more lights.
Yeah, right?
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Cheers.